the Jets about to get us underway. Or rather, the Roar, I should say. And they are kicking from left to right in this first half. Gary van Egmond, no doubt, will be hoping that his troops can continue their fine home record. And in all fairness, it's not always been easy for any team in the Hyundai A-League to put together undefeated runs at home. It's one of the perhaps the anomalies of the competition, but the Jets undefeated at home base since January the 1st. This is Michael Zuller making a very impressive run, though. Little 1-2 perhaps, and well, it's the air shot, and then it's in! Queensland Roar have scored within 37 seconds. Absolutely unbelievable. Robbie Cruz.
Well, what a start. The two youngsters combined already. Frank Farina, no emotion, but I'm sure he's feeling it inside. What a run.
We should be in for a big game tonight.
And on cue, Melbourne Victory show their attacking intent. Barisha just sprinting over the halfway line, dribbling straight at those Phoenix defenders. And this will be very willing. So much on the line. Oli Bonavacia with some close attention. You can expect more of that as the game unfolds. Barisha. Space now, chance for the victory early on. Chance, and they score! More than a chance, it's a stunning opening. And the opening goal of the game, Guy Finkler continues where he left off against the Mariners, and that has silenced the home fans.
Melbourne City kick us off the final match of round 14, and the perennial A-League pace setters looking to open up a sizable gap at the top. And I guess Grace Gill, they must be the favourites to do so today.
Thanks, Simon, and I dare say that's right. Melbourne City, the talent, that attacking outlet that they do have at the top of the park is a really tough one for opposition, and the result this afternoon would put them in a very comfortable position on top of the table.
Oh, miscue by Tilio could open the door here for Adelaide. Blackwood, 1-0. Extraordinary. 34 seconds on my watch. A terrible mistake by City inside their own penalty area, and George Blackwood, restored to the starting 11 today, has pounced.
We're underway at Amy Park. Melbourne Heart looking for just a second home win of the season, but 2 on the trot, which would be a real boost to their stop-start campaign so far. While for the Newcastle Jets, they're looking to build on what has been a best-ever start to the season. I'm joined in the commentary position by Andy Harper. Once again, Andy, Newcastle ringing the changes.
Yeah, good afternoon, Robbie. Good to be with you. Great to be here at this magnificent stadium.
And that's a good early ball and a poor touch and an opening goal with just 34 seconds on the clock. Richie Garcia. What a start for Melbourne Heart. A hopeful ball forward. A poor touch from Scott Neville at the back that just played in Garcia. His second goal of the campaign. And barely has it begun. The Heart are in front.
Underway in Wellington. Both teams coming off wins last weekend after starting their respective seasons with a draw. 47th time these two have done battle in the A-League men's. Brisbane with the upper hand historically. 21 wins to Wellington's 11, 14 matches drawn. Wellington, all in gold, attacking the goal to the left of screen. Brisbane Roar in their change strip, slightly darker than their traditional orange, but still some orange in the trim. And it's Brisbane who make the first incursion into the penalty area, and inside 35 seconds, Brisbane Roar open the scoring in Wellington. It is some strike. And Alex Paulson, who has been so good in goal for Wellington so far this season, could do absolutely nothing.
And now we are underway, round 5 of the Hyundai A-League from NIB Stadium, as the Glory take on the Wanderers, and Harold immediately into the action. And Pinatares up to the challenge, the Uruguayan. Made in the first game for the Wanderers, but hasn't been sighted since. Nichols. Martinez with some room to take the shot, and the early goal for the Wanderers. The Glory caught napping right at the start of this match, and one of the fastest goals you'll see, just over 30 seconds, and Nico Martinez scores his first goal for the Wanderers.
Well, it's a cracking strike for starters. Both teams had flying into challenges early. Perth Glory got caught a little bit too far ahead. Mitch Nichols finding a great pocket of space. Gets it onto his left foot. That's a cracking drive.
We get underway. Melbourne City kick us off then. Tuesday night action in the A-League. City, after a little roadblock on Saturday night, will look to put pressure back on the top teams, and Western Sydney Wanderers just trying to avoid an unwanted piece of history tonight, which would be the club's record losing streak if they go down. Ned Zelic, two different kinds of pressure on the competing teams this evening.
Yes, Teo, good evening, and certainly City will be looking for a much better performance. Here we go.
They're in straight away! Richie Delat! It's all come undone for Wanderers! They survived barely 30 seconds, and the team's top scorer, Richie Delat, continues his magic touch.
Away we go in Wellington. 37th meeting between these two. The Phoenix have won 12 of the last 15 here at Westpac Stadium, and they know victory tonight would take them to the cusp of finals football. They would be 11 points clear of the Jets with just 4 games to go if they can win this one tonight. Newcastle certainly not drinking at the last chance saloon just yet, but a win tonight would certainly boost their top 6 hopes again and bring them to within 2 points of Adelaide United. Here's Williams! I've got it at 30 seconds! David Williams! No Krishna, no problem, he says. A new roll, another goal. The Phoenix lead inside the first half minute.
A sweeping move from back to front, and it's that pass from Sarpreet Singh. Releases David Williams, and a man in his goal-scoring touch just laps up those chances.
Good evening, Simon. Yeah, looking forward to this game, especially good to see how any Central Coast Mariners led by Graham Arnold, will they turn the corner of this? We got thump last week against the Brisbane Roars. A chance for them, they've scored in the opening few seconds through Adam Kwasnik. What a start to Blue Tongue! Only Adam Kwasnik's third start of the season, and he's buried that cross from Matt Simon. The home team off to a flyer in the local derby. Well, there you go. Questions raised over the character the Mariners have shown in the first minute, but they're well and truly over last week's performance. Armani on the ball. Simon who fills out wide, swings the ball over behind the back four. It's that man Kwasnik. It's been on fire.
Sydney FC under all sorts of scrutiny after just 1 win in 7 matches, 2 wins in 11. And it's becoming decision time in terms of the season for both of these sides. Cole! Shannon Cole! Unbelievable start for Sydney FC. Michael Theoklitos perplexed.
But it's a finish of real coolness from Shannon Cole, and the two who linked up, Middleby and Cole, they were Sydney's best last week, and that's an absolute peach. Theoklitos scrambling but with no chance, and what a great angle this will give us.
So the first of 3 games in a week for Melbourne Victory that will probably decide whether they finish in the top 2 or not. But you'd say, Andy Harper, would you not, that they'd be almost unbackable favourites tonight?
Well, given everything, it's impossible to see anything other than a Melbourne win. They might get a great start.
Archie Thompson into the middle, jump to the far post, and Galekovic forced into action, but it's over the line, and Melbourne have the lead after 24 seconds, and it's Adelaide's grand final nemesis, Tommy Pondoliak. Would you believe it?
Well, horrendous from Adelaide, and it's an understatement.
So away we go, game 4 of Big Wednesday underway, and this is a big night in the context of both these club seasons, Robbie Slater.
A massive game for Melbourne Victory, looking to avoid 3 consecutive losses.
And there's a chance here early for the Mariners. Here's Matt Simon! Unbelievable! You couldn't make that script up. The departing hero with a farewell gift to his faithful supporters. How about that?
Well, it's like the script was written. It's a great finish and great work from Troy Heafield, who did so well after coming off the bench against the Gold Coast only 3 days ago.
And it's the visitors who get us underway here in Gosford. Despite their lowly position on the points table, they have been mostly competitive in most of their games. There's an early error from Chris Tadros, and Simon seized upon it, and he goes for goal. Matty Simon, incredible! 15 seconds! The Mariners take the lead. And North Queensland Fury fall on their own sword.
Well, he still had a lot to do, didn't he, Matt Simon? On the angle, but that is an absolutely superb finish. Paul Henderson looks on in disbelief, but that was a quality strike from Matt Simon. Just penned in a new deal. The mistake caught too square as well. Matt Simon, look at that for a finish. Pick that one out.
So we are underway. Adelaide in the red go forward early, of course, the Melbourne victory. And here's a chance. Getting in was gone, and I do not believe it. It is in the net. Unbelievable. It's Lewis Brain who's followed up. The pass came in from Travis Scott, who got on his bike. And that must be Robbie Slater, one of the fastest goals in football history.
Would you believe it? Lewis Brain, great run. He's just tracked it. Ernie Merrick would be furious. It's a long ball. Travis Dodd plays it across. The Oclatos comes out. Too late. That's in the back of the net. What a start for Adelaide United.